OG. So with the Rubik going mid, you are flexing the Batrider to a 5 and Roger playing the Enchantress. How do we kind of feel about this setup now for OG?
So I really like this Kitrak no-one combination with the Monkey King and the Batrider. Like, that is now significantly stronger in terms of being a kill lane. You're also into 2 melee heroes, unless you're going to put Swedenstrung up on this top side and Milan into the off lane on his techies. So we'll see how it ends up working out for them. But, you know, I certainly feel like OG have really fixed at least one of the side lanes for themselves. Can Topson play the Rubik to a pretty decent level? I mean, of course, he's platinum tier on the hero, but Quap still one of the best laners in the game, so you know, it really is going to come down to a bit of a skill situation.
And my concerns are still there that how is he able to deal with the Naga illusions? A lot of that comes down to just the abilities he can steal this game, and just the sole factor about the Primal Beast getting on top of him. That is the concern for me as well. Like, Rubik really doesn't like having heroes on top of him at the early stage, and the Dino can do that without a doubt. But Onmi should really have a bad lane down bottom. So we will see. Seb's going to take a lot of damage. In fact, he might even die. Although Roger with a point up in the Nature's Attendants can help shrug off some of the damage. So Seb still will have to walk to lane with only about half health to play with.
I like this change-up that they've gone for on level up, right? Swedenstrong, he's going top. He's going to be trying to yoink away as much of that gold off of Seb as he can. Of course, he's going to be into the Enchantress, so that's going to make life a little bit more challenging. Early on, of course, just the point in the Shadow Walk to make his life a little bit more challenging. And the techies, of course, you're able to do so much more at stopping them from just trying to run at... Dahak is in the offlane as well, so you know, this is something else that you just want to be able to, of course, use the mirror image to be able to get away from a lot of the damage that's coming out onto you.
I've now am a little bit more confident with the level up draft, because I was very concerned on how much the Primal Beast was going to get out of a lane up against the Monkey King and the Batrider. So I really like this switch, and I'm surprised we don't really see it a whole lot in Dota as a whole anymore. Like, we really don't even worry about the tri lanes, just, you know, the carries going down to the off lane and the off lane going to the safe lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you have the flexibility to be able to change things up, if people aren't like, no, I am playing in the safe lane and nothing changes and blah blah blah, you just want to be able to have that ability to switch things up if the draft warrants it, and it absolutely does. Wonder if Swedenstrong's going to look to try and get aggressive on this top lane. They've got another Sentry Ward to be able to deal with him for now, so if he did want to make some action happen against Roger, now's the time to be able to do it. Just bullying him away, getting Nature's Attendants on cooldown, and maybe they look to go for some sort of play while... not able to get the D-Ward off, unfortunately. Only getting up onto that level 3. Maybe that's the sort of timing that they're looking for to be really look to try and get a little bit more active here in this top lane.
Does Roger go from a point in the enchant to make the damage on the Primal Beast a little bit more difficult to get out? Because I know we've seen, you know, the counters, the classic, like, Disruptor, Clockwork. Does Enchantress fulfill a similar role in regards to the lane?
It does. I mean, have a look at Mr. Observer. Can we hover over the Onslaught, please, on the Primal Beast? We might need to wait.
Yeah. Getting chased down with the blast off the Milan. Pretty nice dodge, though. No one can avoid a decent chunk of the damage. Might be forced to pop the Selv. In fact, it's not going to matter as Kitrak will get the damage out of Milan, so Tech is going to be shoved away from continuing that dive attempt.
Nicely done, nicely done. Really nice use of the Mischief there. They should be okay. All right, top side. Can we please hover over the Onslaught on the Primal Beast? The first ability. Yeah. Dispellable, yes. So Enchantress, one of the best counters to that. You know, you start charging, you can just use the enchant on him at that time, and then he just stops moving. Pretty fair and balanced way to be able to deal with the old Primal Beast. So yeah, I think, you know, obviously going to put a few points into it, especially if he's able to get these creeps like the Harpy Stormcrafter. Great way to be able to be dealing with the Bounty Hunter with his high armor pool. So lots of magic damage coming through. Going to work out very well for them.
The one lane we haven't paid too much attention to is this mid lane at the moment, and I'm quite surprised Top's on top of the last hits. I have not seen how the lane is shaped up so far. I don't know if... I thought it would be a little bit more difficult. Maybe it will be that way now that Lorinov is starting to put more points in the Shadow Strike, but Topson, regardless, is off to a very good start. He will have to fight, though, for the Water Rune. So we'll see if any supports rotate over, as Seb will give up First Blood, Swedenstrong and Omi. Gonna try and chase down Roger now. It'll just be a little bit of poke damage. No real threat on Roger's life.
I mean, this is the thing, right? They can really look to set up for those sorts of plays just by going that early point into the uproar. He knows, because of that point that I mentioned, that it's not all that worth putting points into the onslaught this early on, right? So it's about that high magical damage against the Legion Commander, and it's about getting the slow through as well for that early point in the uproar.
It's just crazy micro that we can see from some of these players at even the early stage of the game. The Hawk, he tried to send one of the illusions to mid lane. If he was a second earlier, he would have been able to deny the water rune. And who knows how different this mid lane would be then with Thompson not having that rune to play with. So just the crazy things, the awareness that he has. Not only is he having a pretty good time down bottom, but also even trying to help out his mid laner too.
Yeah, it really is the case that he wants to be able to do those sorts of plays, because these are not lanes that you can really look to leave if you're the level up supports, right? It's so important for the Bounty Hunter to be up there as much as he can to be able to nullify a lot of this. Is Kidrak going to be okay? Looks like he might be. He's ticking kind of low, though.
Does he kind of want to... Do you want to die at this stage? Yeah. Go potentially refill the bottle for Thompson. That they're even actually going to rotate a +1 down to Sweet and Strong. They'll use the TP instead of going through the rift.
Avoided the sentry,
going to be ready for the jump in the trees. Beautiful setup. Milan gets the stun still, but just after the tree dance is casted from no one. Regardless, though, will be a kill off the back of the rotation. And Onmi's fine. He was able to pull his own wave up top, so really the Primal Beast is not under any pressure as well.
I wonder if they are actually going to go for this bottle refill in the mid lane for Thompson with the Bat Rider. I mean, I think at least until the Bounty Hunter shows, I mean, he definitely needs to TP mid now, but he's gone bottom.
As a result, Thompson's in some danger. Could be able to send the bounty away with the telekinesis. Thompson might be able to get the kill into Sweet and Strong, and he knows his fate. No chance escaping that one. So, like you said, though, with Roger going bottom, we'll continue to put the pressure onto Milan. Does look like this is huge if Omi can get a solo kill onto Seb, who's bodying this lane. 31 and 18 compared to the 21 and 1. So Primal Beast almost getting a kill onto Seb's Legion.
Would have been huge. And you can see as soon as the Enchantress leaves the lane, that's the time where Onmi puts the point into the onslaught as well. So it's not just going to be completely useless there. It was looking to potentially eye up one of those deep dives underneath the tower. Ends up missing out on a siege creep for his troubles. But I mean, if he can quickly look to trample this wave, you might even get some decent damage into that tier 1 tower as well. With Seb moving all this way back. It's actually not even gone all the way back to base though, just far enough to the courier to be able to pick up the healing salve, and he's not going to miss out on any net worth on this top side of the map.
I wonder if Onmi goes for the Wisdom Room.
You got a Bounty Hunter. That's probably Sweet and Strong's MO here that he's going to be looking to go for. Although Thompson's looking pretty juicy in that mid lane, gotta say.
Oh, he's...
They know that the sentry's placed down.
He'll reveal himself. Lorenov, does he want to try and level up the ultimate? He will do so at the last second to help blow up Thompson's Rubik. And Roger's just a little bit too late to get the return kill. I don't think this Wild Rune Rift is going to be able to snipe him on the retreat as well. So beautifully done. Lorenov gets a big kill, furthering his great start at the moment.
I mean, with Sweet and Strong seeing those two supports TP in, he might be able to go for this yoink on the Wisdom Rune. Like, they should know that they didn't actually have the time to be able to pick it up because of that slightly belated response. And, I mean, this is going to be huge for level up. They already got the one with Milan on the top side of the map, and now your supports are looking very healthy in terms of levels.
And that's huge, right? I mean, they do so much with levels. Techies gets all his damage, the Bounty Hunter. Drak is all... Whoa, he stole Sonic Wave. Okay. Let's see what they can do with it now, though, because we're going to have a fight for this power rune, which will spawn bottom. But Roger is in some danger. Simultaneously on the opposite side, Milan as well is getting chased down, so two supports will be killed off. Can they continue with the fight, though, because Thompson is very powerful right now with that stolen ability.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what they're looking for. You know, Lorenov, he's pretty happy to be able to just get that kill away as bottom side. No one getting real aggressive here onto Dahak, but won't be able to pick up the kill just yet. I mean, the real loser of this laning stage so far has been the Naga Siren. You know, you made this switch up to make sure that the Primal Beast was able to have a decent time, but it hasn't really worked out amazingly well for you. You know, the Legion Commander is still getting a decent amount against a melee sort of matchup, so the Primal ended up being countered somewhat.
Is that not expected, though? I mean, Legion does very well versus melee heroes.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's like, is it worth sacrificing your Naga's game to be able to enable the Primal Beast, you know?
Would you not say the Naga has an easier time to catch up? And it's a pretty good Naga game as a whole as well. So can't you slow down his game?
Not if he dies.
Not if he... No. Not if he dies from a Randy Sonic wave that Thompson still got. And it looks like they should be able to get the kill onto Kid Track, though. Meanwhile, over to mid lane as well, Sweden Strong. Gonna be able to scout them out. Seb is waiting in the trees, but as soon as they get the jump onto Roger,
Clever.
Seb would be lacking any potential damage that they would have inside the duel.
You see, they tried for the push with the Wild Ring Ripper, but the damage was just still too much. Thompson's set up for a pretty good game, though, right? He's almost got the Phylactery finished up. He's getting the bottle refills in the mid lane. You also got, again, great steal of the Sonic Wave, but even just the Pulverize, right? Goes through the BKB. Nice way to be able to clear through those Naga illusions early on as well, just with that AoE damage.
Larnov? Damn, dude, that Fate Bolt is... Let's see how much true damage. Yeah, that it is, and now the item completed for him, so... They both have very high net worth, so we'll see how they're going to be able to look to utilize this onto the side lanes. As I mean, Seb is just, he's praying for a kill. He's left top, wanting to maybe give that over to one of the supports. He wasn't able to get anything around the mid lane. Now he's continuing to show off the map, trying to play in the jungle and maybe spook level up and force themselves to play cautionary without seeing the Legion, but Seb's still able to get no dual victories.
Yep, no one sees him on that bottom side of the map, but no one's going to show. They know that Seb has reached this timing, and this is the way that OG like to play as well, right? Like, they just like to swarm across the map as much as possible when you give them the opportunity to. So heroes like the Chen, like the Enchantress, it really feels like it fits their MO, and you know, being able to still give an initiator like the Batrider over to a position 5 and have a decent enough time, that's really just going to work in their favor too. Don't quite have the track up yet on Sweden Strong. I wonder if they're just going to give him a little bit of this net worth in the mid lane.
Which I must say I'm a bit surprised by that he doesn't have 6, because we saw he's 1, 1, and 5, so been involved in 6 out of the 7 kills, got both the Wisdom Brooms, but is only 2 last hits, so obviously he hasn't been putting himself inside a lane to potentially find any little bit of me time to get towards that 6. But he will be very close to it. And what do we want to see out of level up as soon as Sweden Strong has the track to work with?
I want to see him playing around the Batrider a little bit more, right? Or even Own Beat, right? Like, you've got so much damage potential, and it's going to take a lot to be able to take down this Primal Beast. You know, the early point in the Uproar, you've got the Occult Bracelet, you've got a Vanguard. Just, sorry, keeping one eye on Thompson and Kid Track here, as Milan, he'll be able to pop this smoke, but might end up paying with his own life still.
Without a doubt. So I'm at level 6 on point of a Kid Track. Lionel jumps over the top, gets the haste. Truly see how much damage though Thompson's able to output top lane though. Seb in some danger. Sweden Strong has got that track online, so Lionel feels more than welcome to show up to this engagement. That is so much gold now for the boys on level up just in one small skirmish.
Was that 1 track or 2? I didn't quite see.
1 by the looks of it.
Okay. So not the most in terms of gold, but you got to make sure that you do start the scaling, right? It's basically, with Lorinov getting this Witchblade, it's a race between him and Thompson as to who's going to get the Aghanim Scepter first, because it's a pretty great Aghanim Scepter game, always, for a Queen of Pain. And, you know, you're going up against these people that have the ability to get rid of your Shadow Strike debuff with the Legion Commander W, of course. Monkey King's probably going to go into an early-ish BKB against a lot of this damage that's going to be coming through, so you really can look to ramp up your damage, and I mean, it just means double for the Rubik as well, right? Hitting onto all of those Naga illusions, it's really just going to start to really ramp up that damage in these team fights. And that's with the Arcane Supremacy, so not just the extra damage, but just the range that you can cast Shadow Strike from could be huge. Spawning Own Me.
They will. They'll always have the telekinesis to be able to stop him from getting that onslaught away. So he's going to try and output as much damage as he can.
Nice lane break.
Level up are really slow to connect though, and even no one will finally try and get involved. He actually doesn't even get an assist off the back of that, but you know, we're seeing he's been pretty low enough. All right, just a quick jump in, blows up Kid Track, but and finally it looks like no one's starting to get involved in the game. We haven't seen him be too active so far for the Monkey King, but maybe going to try and help out with this tier 1 tower push. Oh, a Midas on Naga. Okay.
Kind of shows the state that the game is in, right? They're just constantly needing to respond to this. I mean, Roger, it might even be a bit of a response to exactly how Roger looks to play, right? He is the split pusher. He is the rat style of Dota. If you're able to just quickly go to a lane and instantly take out whatever creep Roger is doing that sort of tower push gameplay with, it's going to do so much at just opening up your map and not even just something as simple as not wasting time with, you know, taking so long to be able to deal with that creep. Strong, don't get baited.
Maybe it's that rating that needs to not get baited. Just level up. They're starting to bring some more boys over. Kid Track's going to feed away another track kill. They're even going to consider about no one as well, but the Wukong's getting laid down. Will protect the Monkey King. Level up, need to respect this. I mean, once he's able to get out of the range of the ring, it's not going to matter as Thompson's here with an overwhelming amount of damage, and Seb is once again just begging the boys to keep someone alive for his first track. Come on, I need a scale, give me some love.
Needs the duel, and well, he's going to be able to get into it pretty shortly, right? The tower goes down, he's still around, so actually, well, he didn't get the assist for that either. I thought he might have got at least a little bit coming through on the outskirts, but he's going to have the Blink Dagger in 100 gold, so really looking to make a rotation together with Kitrak on his Batrider level 6, so you've got the lasso capability as well. He's got plenty of movement speed with a Faded Brooch, Tranquil Boots, Windlace. Really want to see Kitrak look to buy up a smoke here.
Oh, even strong. Run, my friend. Okay, he's out of danger. I do want to go back to this Midas on the Hawk. Do you have... I feel like late game Naga wins this game. Do you have the same read or no?
I'm just not sure how effective the, again, Rubik with the Quap Shadow Strike stolen is going to be against that. It is a lot of damage, man. And if you're able to deal it out from that far away without putting yourself into harm's way, I really think that that could potentially be the thing that turns the tide, even against a 6-slotted Naga.
So then what do a level up need to do then? If you feel like Thompson is really going to be this X factor to deal with the Naga Siren, what do Dai need to do to be able to disrupt, I guess, his game already and maybe even the later stages?
I think you just got to try and slow down Thompson. You know, that's a good way to be able to respond to this Rubik. For all of the things that you have, defensive capabilities are not one of them. You know, he's going to be able to be very vulnerable if you're just able to get in on top of him, and this is really where...
There's the blink. Can he get the song off? Not to be seconds away from Milan being able to keep him alive, but there is that first duel victory that Sev has just been waiting for, and OG chained it into a second kill as well.
I think that's 2 track kills as well that they were able to get there. Thompson has it stolen, so able to cast it from that really far away range, even want to ramp up that net worth even further. Of course, that's going to get him into the Aghanim Scepter just that much sooner. So this is what I was talking about with Own Me, right?
Oh, use lasso. Okay.
I think Own Me needs to get a little bit more active this game. You know, of course, it's important for him to be able to get into the Guardian Greaves, both for his own survivability as well as the rest of the teams. But when you're in this situation where Thompson is just having an amazing game so far on a mid Rubik, not conventional at all, you got to try and shut him down somehow. And I think perhaps they're being just a little bit too defensive for that purpose. Yes, Naga farming is good, but Rubik is still a really good answer.
They still have this high ground ward. Looks like Tahak will be able to get rid of it though. They were starting to gear up for another attempt to bring him down towards this Ancients area, so maybe they'll stick around to see if he lets his guard down and goes for an aggressive wave without seeing anyone on the map, but looks like Tahak will never slip up, so would we like to see Level Up try and put some emphasis on this tier 1 tower then? Because you're wanting them to play aggressive and slow down Thompson's game, but with this tower still open, it does make it a little bit more difficult with their movements across the map.
It does. It just doesn't seem like they're ready to go just yet. But, I mean, you've got the drums available on Sweden Strong. You've got, again, Primal Beast he's just focused on farming right now. So maybe just level 12, he's 200 or so gold away from the Greaves, you've nearly got the Kai Assange as well and Lorinov. That's the sort of timing, I'm guessing, that they're really wanting to make something happen here.
Swedish run? Is he baiting? They're gonna try and come in to protect him. They won't get the duel victory, and as a result, no one's in some danger. Now look at the mines, along with the Sonic Wave Duke, but it's not enough. No one will live, and now they'll drag him back into the ring. The Hawk, though, has a great timing out of the song. Is this a fight they can still take, though? Only he's in the wings, ready to go with the Primal Beast. Charge is gonna line up onto 2 as well. They'll get the initial kill. Can they be able to chase down some more members, though, of OG? Looks like that will not be the case.
So just a 2 for 2. Again, it's like a couple of supports and you end up taking out Seb. He doesn't get the dual kills, so it's just more space for the Naga Siren to be able to play around with. The fact that the song was used is pretty big, just still level 1, so 180-second cooldown. I wonder if that just is the trigger for OG to say, you know what, that attempt didn't work, but by the time we're back up, I might want to just wait for the lasso. We got to try and take out Dahak once again, because this Midas, we can't let it get too much value. I guess with the Midas as well, like it doesn't really make a lot of sense with the Naga Siren in general, but again, against the Enchantress feels pretty good. Also, one of the real hindrances that we see of the Naga is that a lot of the farm that you're getting is off of the illusions, right? So you're not actually getting the levels. Midas fixes that issue. You are still looking to scale in terms of levels off the back of just being able to use it every minute and a half.
And look at this attempt top lane. It's a beautiful angle from Level Up. Seb's going to do whatever he can. He might have just fed his own life away. Attempts to duel to disrupt the damage, but he too will go down along with no one. So Level Up, catch a break. OG, they've been making some pretty solid movements over the past couple of minutes. They might have been eyeing up Thompson as well. They'll scout out Sweden strong, however. We're just going to start to move on down, but look at the wraparound as well to Hawk. He'll catch him off on the right angle too, so multiple calls go from top to bottom. Quick plays coming out from Level Up. And they might not even be done just yet as well, because the rest of the team's going to be able to connect with Lorinov's dive under the tier 1 tower. Level Up, they are starting to get the pace rolling.
That's what I wanted to see out of them, right? Like, they've got good responses at being able to make counter-initiation ganks happen. They were able to take the bottom tier 1 tower. They could probably put a little bit of attention onto this mid tower, but I'm guessing that they just think that the siege creep is going to be able to do the job, and looks like it will. But yeah, you just look to get active with that Primal Beast. You see how much damage Onmi is able to output. You're able to take away that kill streak on Thompson. The downside, of course, is that he's just 100 gold away from that Ags, so has it come a little bit too late is the key question here.
Yeah, that is the ultimate question, because you take a look at maybe another core in OG, like I said, he was doing very well, topping that lane up top against the Primal Beast, but now with those 4 deaths and only 1 duel victory, we see he's really taking a hit in regards to his net worth. Maybe that's where the supports can come into play, because we know the Enchantress and the Batrider both scale very well in the late game, and Kid Tracker got the blink now as well, so you have another form of initiation now.
Some nice AoE damage is going to be coming through from Level Up as well. Onmi, he's queuing into his own Aghanim Scepter, so, I mean, against the counterattack from the Legion Commander, against the Untouchable from the Enchantress, the Jingu from the Monkey King, feels pretty effective at just being able to stand and man fight in a lot of these engagements, and, I mean, Naga, you can see that's what she's gearing up for as well. The Orchid isn't exactly unconventional for an Naga Siren, but of course, it just enables you to fight so much more effectively, and Dahak, after what was a horror laning stage from him, is already nearly topping net worth off the back of these last couple of fights. Here we go. Ags coming out for Thompson.
Where's the play? If they're looking to go now, where are you wanting, with the current state of the map, where are you thinking about taking a fight?
They can see Dahak on this bottom side, and I think they just saw him split his mirror images because he's farming underneath this Observer Ward. You should know that, I mean, that he's lowish on mana, right? Unless they're perfect with their timing, they might think that the Song of the Siren still has about 20 seconds or so left on cooldown. So if they go for a smoke together, they might be able to pick him up just before he's got the mana to be able to get that save off. And, well, Zeb is looking to try and get Sweden strong, but he was just out of range.
Of course, if he runs back into the dust, though, there's still the track, which could be nice. It's a very scary fight. Man, look at the aggression. Lorinov not going to mess around because he's got Milan to follow up as well, along with Own Me. An aggressive charge to buy some respect. Kick track looks to reveal the blink as well, with no one's follow up. It's a beautiful boundless strike, but Own Me's going to disrupt them with the pulverize, stopping some of the extra damage. That'll buy enough time. That's all they needed. A couple of seconds to get themselves out of danger. They need to reevaluate though, if they want to continue on with the fight, and it looks like that will not be the case. As Levelon, they'll easily back on up.
And Ownby was playing some bowling there. He was about to land a strike, but it was Roger on point with the enchant, making sure to stop him in his tracks. Otherwise, he would have just cleaned up 4 with that and really set Level Up for having a much more successful, aggressive team fight, but still some great spell usage out from Dahak, being able to reset the fight as soon as that Wukong's is dropped, as soon as the Bat Rider hits the lasso. That is first on their priority to be able to take out. They're still trying to find someone, anyone, to be able to go for these consistent kills, but look at how elusive they're being on Sweden Strong and Own Me.
Oh.
What up?
These are ex-teammates as well, right? No one Own Me? Were they not Navi for a little bit? Sorry, not Navi in Sweden. Yeah.
I thought it was Lies for most of that time. Maybe briefly.
I will double check now as well. I'm pretty sure they are. It was the solo Lice, no one Sweden Strong. I don't know who the carry was. I'll check though.
Vichin?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was in fact. Yes, there you go. There you go. So some
Love bands.
Yeah, some extra, you know, back and forth. A little bit of old teammate rivalry.
Well, Rubik's stolen the Scream of Pain. I wonder if Quap just never uses Q anymore, at least until she's got Ags. Just because you know.
Come on.
Until she has Ags, it really doesn't make sense as long as Rubik's around.
How close is she? Still a little bit away.
Halfway. It's not going to be that long. I mean, you're obviously going to be farming at a lot faster speed than the Rubik is. They're just consistently trying to go for kills. This is the old G way. They're going to do it once again. Like, I think this is the right move. You know, they've got Dahak. He is the one that they're going to have their sights set onto if they can look to try and take him out. I was about to say maybe they just go for Roshan, but Sweden Strong, he's going to get caught out here. Maybe not. Maybe
looks like they'll have to use the lasso. So that will be able to set up for the duel.
15 seconds until he moves up top.
No. Looks like they want another kill just to potentially see if anyone else from Level Up was nearby to get close enough to protect the bounty. They may have seen Milan's ward drop. Thompson, I don't know if he just got a glimpse of the techies or not.
Not sure either. I mean, they were very quick to push out that mid-wave as Kitrak is actually going to move back bottom as he gets interrupted by Roshan coming top. I really don't think they have the damage for this just yet, especially now that you've waited this long. Dahak's got the Song of the Siren back available. He's going to be cutting this wave as well, so just giving a lot more information over to Level Up with this lane pushing out.
Yeah, I don't think you can rush now.
Going to push in this mid lane too. So they're doing a great job of splitting the map up so far here on Level Up, really showing why they are 4-1 at this point of the DPC.
Look at the wraparound. Scepter kick just completed from Rumi as well.
They're going to try.
So they want to go. Look, you got to be careful. You could use the Wukongs to take it, but there can always be the response in the song. So this could be very, very scary from OG if you bring Roche down low. Seb, on a mine. They could just blow him up to start. He's in some danger. No one gets the information. Jumps to the backline, but the instant disrupt. Own Me! Great reactions, and the burst is there. No one tried to start, but Level Up were too ready for him. And now it's an all-out retreat. Seb, he will not make it. And Roche, why not? You were so close. You may as well go back and get the big man now as well.
It was just a little bit of indecision, wasn't it? You know, they were up here, they got the pick off onto the bounty hunter, but they just waited far too long. You know, enabled them to have that next big item on the Primal Beast in the Aghanim Scepter. Enabled them to have that Song of the Siren back up, even in an emergency sort of situation. And even allowed Level Up to have that full 5-on-5. So, yeah, just an uncharacteristic mistake coming through from Old G, bringing us to an 8k net worth lead now. That is the Aghanim Scepter for Lorinov as well.
Real important one. The Hawk is just solo killing Thompson too.
Yeah. Doesn't have defensive tools.
Probably going to get Kid Track as well. So this is now...
Neutral creep.
Oh. What? A 27-minute neutral creep deny. All right.
The Mud Golems, they're swole.
They're
You know, they'll get you.
They got a good punch on them. Good uppercut.
Golem
They've
get
got a
you
lot of
going.
golems
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, that they will. Meanwhile, Roger just denies the bounty with the Wild Ring Ripper. That thing's got a bit of a peck to it as too. They've got to be fearful of these neutrals, man. They buffed them up over time. There's some scary things now. Look at Sweden Strong. It's getting out. No one drops the ward as well. Oh, a little bit late on the... Does he want to track? Maybe not.
Oh, no one he knows. They can see from the fog.
Up the BKB. And he will not escape. Oh, this game could get out of control very fast now with this Aegis advantage. Any kill is just going to further the lead even more. I mean, this track goal continuing to stack up. Sweden Strong halfway to a Lotus. They're getting item after item. They're going to have a Tormentor. They're going to have a Wisdom Room. Like, this is looking very, very scary for OG.
It is, and I mean, Monkey King is the only one that they're worried about right now in terms of like the damage output, so they can just play as confidently as they just did, right? Taking away a Tormentor that deep inside of enemy territory, taking a tier 2 tower without too many concerns about their own well-being, that's just because Monkey King is literally doing like 80% of their damage in a lot of these team fights. This is a support Bat Rider. He doesn't have that damage output to be able to just stick onto someone. Roger, he's single target, and I mean, he's been doing a good job at stopping Onmi from being able to terrorize a lot of these team fights, but that's just one person. You've still got a Quap with Ags to worry about, who just popped that Wisdom Rune, so she's going to hit her level 20 timing with the extra damage from the Scream of Pain and the Aghanim Scepter to have to deal with.
God damn. 8-0 and 8 for Lorinov. Exceptional game from him. Everyone else. Seen as well just the individual brilliance from them at moments of this game. So you do have a BKB now on Seb. His item progression continuing to be stalled. Let's see if this item is going to be enough at least to maybe blow up one person. Seb is getting scouted though. Who else is nearby? Lorinov is the closest person. Oh, he thought he blinked to the left. All right.
I mean, you know that you've kind of resigned yourself to not getting dual kills when you don't get the level 10 talent. As soon as you get level 10, Seb's just like, well, this ain't happening. Just look to try and maximize my farm as much as possible, I guess.
And look at his neutral art. He has a headband, dude. That is crazy. Very interesting to see. I mean, maybe that's the big thing, right? Like his 10 talent used to be that cast range, right?
Yeah.
And maybe now it just feels like he's a press the attack bot kind of. So, but you never want to be.
Extra dual range, I guess, is kind of nice. I mean, you're up against Aegis, you're up against Nagasaran, who's kind of hard to catch out onto, even with the Blink Dagger.
Oh, they'll get the kill, but they're pretty close on level up to react to this. Omi's going to charge from the south, knocks him down from the tree. At least no one was able to activate the Wukongs. It might not matter, though. He'll be forced to TP out. Omi, he's still got to pulverize. Didn't even need it for the Seb kill. Held it for the last second. No one doesn't escape, and now your Lorinov is beyond a god. Like, they went for this cheeky kill just to try and assassinate a techies, but he's just a measly support that is not worth your attention.
20 damage, bro. You're underestimating the power of 20 damage, 20 whole damage coming through when, you know, you're about to lose another tier 2 tower. They've also got a Lincoln's being built up here, and, well, see you later on.
What is that? Sogging for an Enchantress. Are you serious?
It's level 3 now. It's not the longest cooldown.
No, it's just funny. I know. It's just funny to see. Yeah, screw you. Screw you, Roger. We've had some dukes out in the past as well from the Hawk and Roger. So it's a bit of a battle between the two ex-boys.
I mean, Quap can just look to play so fearlessly now. Basically just going to wait for this Aegis to expire, get all of that Aegis regen coming through, pop the Witchblade back in, and you've got a shield rune and the status resistance from the Kaya Sanj, and now a Lincoln's as well. So not only protecting yourself against the duel, but also the lasso, but also Rubik just trying to steal that goddamn Shadow Strike. Butterfly. The Hawk has come back in a big way.
It looked like he backed himself this game though. Like he wanted the Naga, went the Midas, didn't get involved in a lot of the early game fights, and if you weren't able to shut him down, now you got all the illusions just running inside your base. I didn't even know if they're going to kill him. Maybe it's just a lasso stall him out on the high ground so he's not an issue if a fight breaks out, but even that won't happen. So that's lasso now on cooldown for 70 seconds, which means level up. They should be able to get anything they want uncontested if they want this C2 tower.
Just losing so much of your map, and this isn't a lineup that, you know, lacks the ability to pick up farm very quickly. You know, again, you don't even need to commit your body onto lanes now as a quap, right? You can just Shadow Strike from the tree line and you're good. You can abandon it, go to join in on to the rest of the team. Naga Siren, enough said. Again, Primal Beast, he's tanky as hell, right? Look at that. He's even going for a Boots of Travel just to be able to go for these frequent pickoffs. Sweden Strong has been playing a great game on this Bounty Hunter as well, just constantly being able to seek out a lot of these heroes that are trying to get into that next big item. I mean, Batrider, he's been able to finish up the 4-staff at least, but Seb, he really isn't scaling, and I mean, he's going a Solar Crest as well, so really just trying to enable no one as much as he can.
Is there that... How wary do they have to be to go higher ground and level up into, you know, the potential, like, lasso drag back into Wukong setup with, you know, maybe the Rubik damage and a potential duel on top? Is that something that needs to be in the back of the mind on level up?
Oh, of course, it's always going to be a bit of a concern, but I mean, they've got one of the best heroes at being able to enable pickoffs in the Bounty Hunter, right? And it's not like OG can just spend the next 10 minutes just sitting up on high ground. If you do, your net worth is going to go in their toilet, they're just going to get the next Aegis, and then they can go up onto high ground. So basically the job is, go for a smoke, find someone, kill them off, and then when they don't have that person, you actually get the outnumber with being able to go onto the high ground when you're not worried about no one, when you're not worried about, honestly, whoever you get picked off. Batrider, even as a position 5, is a really key target for them to get. They don't track no one, not wanting to give the position away just yet, but they're going to be able to follow him.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Nicely done.
Dire are
Maybe the, hop in the song. The Huck thinking that might have been able to catch him out. Maybe the courier gave away his position as well, just with that coming out towards Sweden Strong.
Space is created.
I mean, you have to wonder as well, if Milan's able to get into this Aghanim Scepter, maybe you can even just go high ground, right? Just pop down the minefield, and then, you know, even if you try and lasso someone back, you're probably going to die during the drag. Kind of treat it like a Monkey King Wukong's when looking to siege up on that high ground.
Yeah, did you feel like, is there... If he had any other item choices here for Milan, what do you feel like he would be considering besides the Scepter?
I don't know, honestly. Like, because it's normally when you see techies, you think, all right, like Solar Crest, but they don't have any amazing Solar Crest carriers. I guess you could just use it aggressively onto whoever gets, you know, picked off. Maybe just use it onto Seb, for example. Get that reduced attack speed coming out. Use it to be able to counter out.
Oh,
no one.
Oh, no one.
There's nowhere you want to be. Lanes, I mean, look at that. Lanes, bottom's pushed in, mid's pushed in, keep it pushed as much as we can, boys. Top lane, really not all that concerned about it. Let the Naga Illusions do the dirty work, and, I mean, no one he can buy back, but do you really want to? You know, he's barely got enough to be able to do it.
Are they just going to jump tops in? I'll be able to buy some time with the illusion, but how do you get yourself out of this one? Master Rubik, almighty Thompson.
Oh, stolen.
All right. That's how you do it. Still blink, get away. All right. Wait, no, he's alive. No way. He'll live, but maybe some other boys won't, as they'll get Roger at least as a consolation prize. They might get Sev. Are you serious? What is the Naga damage?
It's not the Naga damage, it's just that. It's also the Shadow Strikes exploding next to him. So nearly killed off more than one hero inside of that base. Still holding on to the buybacks on multiple heroes here. You're just going to be losing probably a full lane of racks off the back of this. Lasso available, but I still feel like they're lacking the damage.
Dude, Sweden strong as well. They just have no sentries in the back line. Bounty was able to get the setup. Seb, not going to be able to get back inside the
Dies
base.
to the Lorinov. Like, this is it, right? You dispel the Shadow Strike, you just die. Simple as that. OLC as well is going to be pretty huge. I mean, the thing that they are lacking is the ability to find that lockdown onto one of these very mobile targets. The Blink on the Queen of Pain, the Onslaught on the Primal Beast, all of his defensive tools. He's got an Ogre Seal Totem, and you've still got Song of the Siren off the back of everything.
Let's see. Does it screen? No, it looks like you're right. Oh, well. I guess
Well,
I'll wait
you
for the
know,
expiry to be confirmed.
It's,
No, you're wrong.
Get a voice that.
You're wrong. Yeah, you spoke too soon.
Did it actually?
All cocky and shit. Huh? Wait, what did you say?
Did it
Sorry?
work? I wasn't watching.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Okay, cool.
So you can. So what? I feel like you're supposed to say something. Ares.
I mean,
was
legit, when I tested
right?
it, it didn't work. So, it might be a different thing recently. But yes, you are correct.
Thank
Or
you.
Yapsol's
Thank
correct.
you. Wow. Sure. That's a weird thing with demo mode. I don't know. Some buggy things.
There are a bunch
go
of
on.
things that don't work in demo but do work in real game. Kind of weird. Games in beta, it's alright. 10-year
in
anniversary
beta.
coming soon. What do you hope that they bring out with that 10-year anniversary? Not going to be on the exact date, by the way. It wouldn't be Dota if it came out exactly as expected.
Like anything in particular, patch wise, cosmetic wise,
That's
like
what I'm asking you. What do you think it's going to be?
Is under attack.
Gotta be a
man, I've got.
celebration.
Sure, it's got to be a celebration. What
Ags Labyrinth 2.0?
that
Seal
would
Breaker-
be
Seal Breaker again?
that would be so freaking dope. Ags Labyrinth, I'd be bugging out of my mind. If we want to go full Twitch. Twitch
Oh, here
way.
we
Hang on,
go.
what's
He's
going on
going to
bottom?
start using the emotes again.
That's right. We are getting early here. I might get to that stage. Swing Shores.
Oh, no
Gonna
one.
scout out Mr. No One. Where is Own Meat? They need that little bit of control through the BKB. Everyone is going to be here to
kinda
potentially get the
trickling
kill,
in.
but can they get out with their own life as well? As there is only Pulverize. Make sure there is no escape. And Aseb's going to try and find a little hidey spot in the tree line. Meanwhile, the Hawk, though, will catch up to Kid Track. Once again, a song just for one. It's Batrada as his grand old present.
And MK just bought Monkey King Bar. Fitting, but means he doesn't have a buyback. So that is not as ideal coming through from him, especially when you're going into this Aegis, when, you know, you've got these this 35k net worth lead. I think OG, for all of their late game dominance in terms of like decision making and team fight execution, even they are not going to be able to defend against this without a Monkey King, unless they're able to somehow keep these waves shoved out. I mean, it's going to be about 10 seconds until bottom lane gets inside the base, but by that point, you've got level 22 to Heart with the Nullifier and everything else just looking to swarm into you. Poor Seb, he can't duel anyone.
And you don't really want to waste the
Roger?
BKB. Wait, Laurenov?
I mean, he's got the Enchanted Quiver on Roger. That helps. He's got MKB himself. All right, boys, Roger, new carry.
Well, we've seen him do it in the past, but that's what we're going to try and stall this one out. Another, how close is he actually to it? Another 5
Well, he wants
minutes,
level
maybe a
15
little
as
bit
well,
longer.
plus 45 damage.
True. See, what's the probability? Oh, how long's it been 0 for? Not too long, a couple of minutes. So I would like an Arcana. That's what I would like for the anniversary. I think everyone should get an Arcana. Why not?
Everyone?
Yeah. No?
Even
Would you
me.
not like a... have you been a good boy or bad boy? I don't know. Have you been
I've got
nice?
plenty of good boy points, all right?
Good boy
Spent them up.
point. Spending all those Arcanas that they'll potentially give away. Laurenov jumps in all of OG members. They are not inside the base, so this could just be free pickings for level up. There's nothing really to fear for Laurenov. That's a defensive Wukong's to help the retreat. Oh, he actually blends into the impetus. All right. Still get the right clicks out. Oh, my God. Guess he's got the Aegis for another 2 minutes.
Look at
So
that
really
explosion.
has nothing to fear right now. As the rest of the team's going to start to funnel in. The damage is just so stupid on this late game Queen of Pain. They'll get the jewel inside the fountain at least. So Onmi will go down a little bit too aggressive from the Primal Beast. I mean, sometimes it's hard to be able to find the margin in that fine line of does a dino trying to extinct himself
Thompson
or
just
not.
bought back.
He's got to play cautiously, but meanwhile, no one He also doesn't have a buyback as well. So you're going to be down with the Monkey King. It's a 3v4, make it a 2v4 as once the Hawk locks onto Mr. Seb. It's another kill, and it's a kill that grants him a game 1 as well as the G's a drop level up. It was looking mighty even for a decent chunk of this game, but we just saw once they got the kills, the